Hello, students. I hope you all are well. So, let us continue with our lesson. So, in the last class, we have learned that France became a constitutional monarchy after the French Revolution. And our today's topic is France abolishes monarchy and becomes a republic. Though France became a constitutional monarchy, but the situation in France continued to be tense during the following years. Although King Louis XVI had accepted the Constitution of 1791, but secretly he had a negotiation. Negotiation means talk with the King of Prussia. Now, not only Prussia, even the rulers, the kings of neighboring countries of France, they started making plans to send their troops, their armies, to stop the events that was taking place in France since the summer of 1789. Summer of 1789 means when the French Revolution took place. But before this could happen, like Prussia and Austria, France la attack गर्नुभन्दा अगाडि नै the National Assembly in France, they voted in April 1792 and they decided to wage war against Prussia and Austria. So when the war started, thousands of French people, they started joining the army. The French people, they took it as a war of the people, their war against the kings and aristocracies all over Europe. During the war, they sang many patriotic songs. One such song was called Marseille or Marseillaise, composed by poet Roger de Lisle. Now I'll tell you how this song got its name. So it was sung for the first time by volunteers from Marseille. Marseille is a city in France, okay? So volunteers from Marseille or Marseilles sang this song for the first time when they marched into Paris and so got its name. The Marseillaise is now the national anthem of France. Next, because of the wars with Prussia and Austria, the people of France had to face losses and economic difficulties. Since men were away from home fighting, women had to earn a living and looking after their families. Though the constitution was written in 1791, but some sections of people in France who were not allowed to vote or who were denied political rights were not happy and satisfied. So number of political clubs were formed where they could discuss government policies and plan their action. One such successful political club was the Jacobin Club. It got its name from former convent of Saint Jacob in Paris. Saint Jacob in Paris. So this political club was named after him, after Saint Jacob. Some women also formed their political clubs. Next, let us learn more about the Jacobin Club. The Jacobins were a political club and the members belonged mainly to the less prosperous section of the society. Less prosperous means not rich, not wealthy. Okay, they included small shopkeepers, artisans such as shoemakers, pastry cooks, watchmakers, printers, as well as servants and daily wage workers. Okay, they were the members of Jacobin Club. Their leader was Maximilien Robespierre. Jacobins also decided to wear long stripe trouser. Trouser means pant. It was similar to those worn by dock workers. DOCK, dock means port, harbor. Jacobins started wearing long stripe trouser to set themselves apart, okay, or just to look different from the fashionable sections of society, especially nobles. Like nobles during those times used to wear knee breeches. Knee breeches means short pants worn just below the knees, like you can see in the pictures also. Jacobins also came to be known as sans-culottes. Meaning of sans-culottes means is those without knee breeches. Sans-culottes ka meaning those without knee breeches. They also wore the red cap that symbolizes liberty. Liberty means freedom, right? However, women were not allowed to do so. Next, in the summer of 1792, Parisians means people who lives in Paris. Okay, they were angry by the short supplies and high prices of food. So because of this, Jacobins planned for an insurrection. Insurrection means protest or uprising. And as planned, on the morning of August 10, August 10, 1792, they attacked and stormed the palace of the Tuileries. Now, why did they attack the palace of Tuileries? It is because the King Louis XVI was living in the palace of the Tuileries. But I have told you before that King Louis XVI used to live in the palace of Versailles, right? Which was very extravagant and all. But after the French Revolution, King Louis was forced to leave that palace, and now he was living in the palace of the Tuileries. Okay, so on 10th August, they attacked the palace of Tuileries where King Louis XVI and his families were living. They killed the king's guard and they held the king himself as hostage. Hostage means bandak banera rakhnu, right? For several hours. Later, the assembly also voted to imprison the royal family. Then elections were held in the National Assembly. Then it was also decided that from now onwards, men of 21 years and above, all men of 21 years and above, regardless of wealth, got the right to vote. Okay, so what happened was, like in 1791, according to the Constitution of 1791, only those men who were rich, who were wealthy, who could pay taxes equal to 3 days of laborer's wage got the right to vote, right? But now, in 1792, all men of 21 years and above, regardless of wealth, whether they are rich or poor, all of them got the right to vote. The newly elected assembly was called the Convention, and on 21st September 1792, same year, 21st September 1792, it abolished the monarchy. Okay, finally the monarchy system in France came to an end and France was declared a republic. Now, what is republic? Republic is a form of government where the people elects the government, including the head of the government. There is no hereditary monarchy. Hereditary monarchy means like the king's son becomes the next king, right? But now in republic, there is no hereditary monarchy. Whoever is elected by the people becomes the head of the government, okay? Then in the end, King Louis XVI was given the death sentence by a court on the charge of treason. So on what charges? On the charges of treason. The meaning of treason is given there in the book also. See? Betrayal of one's country or government. So why was he given the charges of treason? Because King Louis XVI, remember, he had negotiation with the kings of Prussia and Austria. Okay, so treason charge, since he has betrayed the country, so he was given death sentence on the charge of treason. So on 21st January 1793, King Louis XVI was executed publicly. Executed means killed, publicly means in front of the people, okay, when he was just 38 years old. Okay, so King Louis XVI, when he was just 38 years old, he was executed publicly at the Place de la Concorde. The Queen of France, the Queen Marie Antoinette, also met with the same fate shortly after. That means after 9 months, the Queen Marie Antoinette was also executed publicly. So that's it for today. We will continue it in the next class.